It was an ordinary Monday morning. 7-year-old CweCwe left home for school, her tiny backpack bouncing behind her. She was a grade 1 learner at Bergview College in the Eastern Cape, South Africa. Her mother, CweCwe, had already gone to work.
Last year on the 14th of October, I arrived home late because I'm the first to leave home and I'm the last to come back, hence I'm working out of town. So when I came back and my husband was complaining about CweCwe because she came back late from school on the day, and Malume, the transport guy, delayed to go and fetch them from school. Then on the 15th, I came to work and my husband was at home because he was off on the day. So our last one was not feeling okay, so he decided to take my son to consult with the GP. Then I also knocked off early on the day, then we were rushed to the GP.
CweCwe had already gone to work, just like every day, leaving behind her babies in the hope that they'd be safe. But the following days would change everything. On Thursday evening, CweCwe returned from work to find her husband worried. Their daughter's transport had brought her home unusually late. The next day, October 15th, was her baby brother's birthday. The house was filled with excitement, but something about the little girl didn't feel right. She walked in quietly, her trousers unzipped. A jacket wrapped around her small body, though the weather was blazing hot. When CweCwe asked her why she looked like that, CweCwe said nothing. She just walked straight to her room. At 6 p.m., the little girl complained of a stomach ache. She went to the toilet and back, again and again. Her walk was strange. Her mother thought it was the spicy food from the party. Then, at 4 a.m., CweCwe heard her husband's voice, calling urgently. CweCwe was crying. "My bum is sore," she whispered. That's when CweCwe's motherly instincts kicked in. She rushed her daughter to the doctor. The diagnosis was sexual abuse. The police were called. A report was filed. The little girl said, while waiting for her driver, the school caretaker sent her to sweep a classroom alone. She remembers a burning smell. Then, nothing. Only waking up to the caretaker telling her, "Your transport is here." 3 suspects were identified: the driver, the caretaker and the principal. DNA samples were collected from 2 of the 3 suspects, the driver and the caretaker. Both came negative. The principal refused to give his DNA sample, and the police did nothing. To cover medical costs, she sold both of her cars and was even considering selling their house. She was willing to lose everything just to get justice for her daughter.
I'll fight for my child until I sweat blood. If it means I need to die because I'm finished justice for my child, it's okay. But mina ngizomlwela mntwana naye uzokhula abone naye ku social media ba yo umama fought for me. Now I'll fight for my child. Noba ngizowenza kuba ndife, I don't care because I don't feel safe anymore.
Instead of help, she received a call from the principal accusing her of spreading lies. He was more worried about the school's reputation than the little girl's trauma. As the story was featured on podcasts and on social media, the nation stood up. South Africa united. Outrage exploded online. Protests filled the streets. 5 months later, the police were forced to act. Reports came saying the principal finally submitted his DNA, only to be reported again 3 days later that he had not submitted his DNA. Instead, doctors' results came, saying there was no foreign DNA found on the little girl.
Now, DNA testing was done on the victim as per procedure. And the outcome of those who were dealing with the matter was that no foreign DNA could be found on the victim.
Cape Town activists say they will not allow the government to fail victims of gender-based violence, particularly in the case of a grade 1 pupil in the Eastern Cape known as CweCwe. The 7-year-old was raped reportedly on the grounds of her Matatiel primary school, and months later, the case has resulted in uproar.
Because there are a lot of rape victims around us. We could be sitting here with rape victims, but they don't want to report their cases because of being afraid of not being taken seriously by the police, because you can already see a home minister lied to the country, saying its DNA was tested. It was not tested.
The school was shut down briefly by the Ministry of Education, but the decision was strangely reversed immediately. Women's organizations, celebrities like CweCwe, and everyday citizens stepped in. Donations poured in. A child was hurt, and a country refused to stay silent. Why did it take public outrage for action? Why weren't all male staff questioned? Why was a 7-year-old sent to sweep a classroom alone after normal school hours? Why does this feel like a well-calculated crime? This is not just about CweCwe. This is about every child who suffers in silence, every parent fighting alone, every system that fails us. We cry for justice. We pray for healing. We will not be silenced.
We live in a world whereby our bodies are not seen as the temple of God, but rather they are seen as a temple of justification by men. This is not the first time this is happening. It won't be the last time if you don't stand up and fight.
Justice for CweCwe. Subscribe for updates, like and share to support the cause.